Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, Dowden, is speaking at a cybersecurity conference in Belfast about the threat to the UK of Russian cyber attacks. We're just going to listen in briefly.
These are the types of tools that we used to only see in a handful of state actors and which can cause serious damage. So it's something we're taking very seriously and to which we are responding with our international partners. Meanwhile, cybercrime is estimated to cost the UK billions of pounds each year. According to new figures published today, 32% of UK businesses and charities suffered a cyber breach or attack in the past year. That is a third of our businesses. And ransomware continues to run rampant. And as President Biden rightly recognized a few weeks ago, thanks to its scale and its impact, ransomware is no longer just a crime, it's a national security threat. And our response needs to reflect the severity of that threat. These are attacks on our citizens, our businesses, and our democracy. They are an attempt to undermine our society, and we are determined to stop them with your help. In the UK, we grasped the need for urgent action early, and we've been doing a lot over the past few years to strengthen our cyber defences. We have published the National Cyber Strategy, and we have a new and effective cyber sanctions regime, which we recently used for the first time against a group of Russian cyber criminals as part of a joint campaign with the United States. And we are working closely with international partners to tackle the proliferation of sophisticated commercial cyber tools. At the same time, the government itself continues to face a range of attacks, including ransomware and espionage, and so we are constantly looking to strengthen our cyber defences. And as part of that, today, I can announce that we are launching Gov Assure, a transformational new cyber regime for the whole of government. Gov Assure will be rolled out across Whitehall. It will be used to assess every department's cyber health on an annual basis against stringent new measures, so that government can better identify the risks we face and make sure we are protecting systems that help us run public services. So with each day, as the threat evolves, so does our response. But a new adversary has emerged. Over the last 18 months, the National Cybersecurity Centre has seen the rise of several Russian-aligned groups sympathetic to Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Now, these are fringe state threats, the cyber equivalent of the Wagner Group. And initially, those groups focused their attacks on Ukraine and the surrounding region. But recently, they have begun to turn their attention to the United Kingdom and its allies. They are now seeking opportunities to compromise our critical national infrastructure. We have experienced attempted attacks in the past, but these groups operate differently. Instead of seeking to profit or spy on us, their primary motive is to disrupt or destroy our infrastructure. These adversaries are ideologically motivated rather than financially motivated. Secondly, though these perpetrators are aligned to national actors, crucially, they're often not controlled by those foreign states. That makes them more opportunistic and less likely to show restraint. Together, those factors make the current situation particularly concerning. And so today, I can confirm that the National Cybersecurity Centre is issuing an official alert to operators of our critical national infrastructure to highlight the risk they currently face. That alert is now live on the NCSC's website, along with a number of recommended actions that operators should follow right now to increase their resilience and help defend our infrastructure against these attacks. Disclosing this threat is not something we do lightly. This is an unprecedented warning for business. We have never publicly highlighted the threat from these kinds of groups attempting such attacks before. And I should stress that we do not think that they currently have the capability to cause widespread damage to our infrastructure in the United Kingdom. But we do believe it is necessary at this point of time, if we want companies to understand the threat they currently face and to take action to defend themselves and the country against such attacks, this approach fits with that wider national security strategy. And last year, when we saw that Russian forces were gathering at the Ukrainian border, we declassified the information to let the world see what they were doing. Today, with cyber threats, you will increasingly see us say what we are seeing. We won't allow these groups to stay in the shadows. We're shining a light on these threats because we need to work together to strengthen our defences. That means that businesses need to see the threats clearly too. And over the last few years, we've done lots of things to make it easier for businesses to secure themselves.
So there we go. That was Oliver Dowden, who's the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster. He is also, of course, the National Security and Investment Minister, saying there in the last 2 minutes, the UK facing unprecedented threats from Russian-aligned entities. A clearly very significant intervention there